Philip Schofield was born on April Fool's Day 1962 in Oldham, Lancashire. Soon after his birth, his parents moved to Cornwall and Schofield grew up in Newquay. From an early age, he was obsessed with the idea of working in television. He wrote incessant letters to the BBC, trying to get a job. As a young boy, he used to pretend to be a presenter or interviewer and interview his little brother, more of whom later, in front of his parents and the Mirror. In the end, his letter writing to the BBC paid off, and at the age of 17, he got a job at Broadcasting House working as a tea boy and a bookings clerk. At the time, he was the BBC's youngest employee. When he was 19, he moved with his parents to New Zealand. This is where he got his break in television and became the presenter of a music programme called Shazam. In 1985, the family returned to the United Kingdom, and Schofield got the job back at the BBC, working as a continuity presenter in children's television. In 1993, Schofield married his longtime partner, Stephanie Lowe. They lived together in Henley-on-Thames and had 2 daughters. In 2020, Schofield came out as gay, and although they remain married, Schofield moved out of the family home and has set up home in Chiswick. Ironically, his younger brother Timothy also got married, had 2 children, before coming out as gay and leaving his wife. Schofield said in an interview that he knew he was gay for a long time but refused to accept it. This was a public turning point for Schofield, and where his life began to get more difficult. In September 2022, things were further complicated when he was infamously caught queue jumping along with Holly Willoughby, his co-presenter on Good Morning, to pay his respects to the late Queen Elizabeth II, who was laying in state. Now the press really had their knives out for Schofield, with famous people, including David Beckham and Susanna Reid, who queued up all night with everyone else to pay their respects to the Queen. It was seen as grossly unfair and an abuse of privilege for Schofield to queue jump in this matter. The press started a campaign against him, and there were calls for his resignation or sacking from his Good Morning TV show. This must have weighed heavily on Schofield, because he'd already been aware for a year of some of his brother's crimes. In September 2021, Timothy Schofield had confessed to his brother about watching pornography on television with a minor. The minor had gone to the police and complained about Timothy Schofield with regards to the watching of pornography, and had made other allegations that included sexual acts. There followed a court case, and after the court case the brother was convicted, and then last week he returned to court for sentencing, and he was given 12 years in prison. Philip Schofield now disowned his brother, and this was really the only option he could do if he wished to continue with his public career. These pressures no doubt added to the friction between Philip Schofield and his co-presenter Holly Willoughby. Although they've kept things private, there's been a noticeable cooling off in their relationship since the queue jumping at the Queen's laying estate. Things seem to have come to a head after the sentencing of Schofield's brother, and it's been noticed that Willoughby has removed all references to Schofield from her Twitter account. Under such media scrutiny, it was impossible for the situation to continue, and ITV gave Schofield the option of resigning or being fired. ITV have stated that Schofield is still employed in his other jobs with them, but whether this will continue to be the case remains to be seen. At the moment, the future for Schofield looks pretty bleak. His employment was based on his popularity with the public, which is now almost at zero. I cannot see a way back for him to the level he once enjoyed, or possibly to any level at all. Only time will tell. If you liked the video and found it informative, please give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike, and think about subscribing to the channel. Thank you.